Imagine being teleported back to a time when the world was ruled by pharaohs and queens, a time of legendary beauty and power, the era of Cleopatra. Let's delve into the heart of ancient Egypt, a land of monumental pyramids, the life-giving Nile, and the rule of the illustrious Ptolemaic dynasty. Here we meet Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom, a woman whose name still echoes through the annals of history. She wasn't just a ruler, she was a beacon of intelligence, a symbol of unrivaled beauty, and a mastermind in politics and diplomacy. Cleopatra was no ordinary queen, she was a force to be reckoned with. Her cunning strategies have shaped the course of history. She knew the art of negotiation, the power of alliances, and the importance of making a mark. So, Cleopatra was not just a pretty face, she was a woman of substance. And boy did she know how to play the Game of Thrones. Now grab your time-traveling gear, because we are about to witness the rise of the queen herself, Cleopatra. But before we begin, if you like this kind of content, please like the video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Now let's dive in. We're stepping back into the sands of time to a world ruled by the pharaohs, the land of the Nile, ancient Egypt. Born into the Ptolemaic dynasty, Cleopatra was no ordinary girl. She was groomed for greatness, destined for a life beyond the ordinary. By the tender age of 18, Cleopatra ascended the throne alongside her 10-year-old brother Ptolemy XIII. Talk about sibling rivalry. But Cleopatra was not one to share power. Oh no, she quickly dropped her brother's name from official documents, going solo on the throne. And when her brother wasn't thrilled about it, well, let's just say, a civil war broke out. During this time, Cleopatra sought help from a certain Roman general. Enter Julius Caesar, stage right. Cleopatra, ever the strategist, formed an alliance with Caesar, securing her position on the throne. A little romance, a son, and voila! Cleopatra was back in the game. But the dice of fate weren't done rolling. After Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra found another Roman ally, Mark Antony. Love, war, politics, it was all intertwined in the life of the Egyptian queen. Together, they expanded Egypt's territory and power, turning it into a superpower of the ancient world. Her reign wasn't just about power plays and alliances, though. Cleopatra was a successful ruler in her own right. She stabilized the economy, promoted agriculture, and even endorsed a new cult of the god of the vine. But let's not forget, Cleopatra was not just a queen, she was a symbol of power, of beauty, of intelligence. She was the embodiment of a strong woman in a man's world, fighting for her throne, her children, her people. Clever, ambitious, and unapologetically herself, Cleopatra navigated the treacherous waters of politics and power. She used her wit, charm, and strategic mind to secure her throne and rule over one of the greatest empires of the ancient world. And that, my friends, is how you climb the ladder of power, Cleopatra style. Okay, we've had our history lesson. Now let's lighten the mood and have a chuckle at Cleopatra's expense. So, Cleopatra, right? The gal who climbed her way to the top of the pyramid, literally and figuratively. She had a knack for turning enemies into allies faster than a cat chasing its tail. And those romantic entanglements? Talk about a soap opera. Caesar, Antony, talk about keeping your friends close and your enemies closer. But don't let those love stories fool you. Our queen was no damsel in distress. She was more like a chess master, moving her pieces across the board with precision. And let's not forget her sense of style. Who else could make a snakebite look so chic? She may have been the queen of the Nile, but she was also the queen of one-liners. When it came to having the last laugh, Cleopatra was always a step ahead. So there you have it, folks. Cleopatra, the queen who knew how to have the last laugh and the last word. Now that's what I call ruling with style.